Alright, chat. You guys ready to hear some news? So what Berserker happened here was, if you notice here, right? If you transform, the crime hazard skill like resets, but instead it just doesn't give you the additional 60% gauge gain. So they kind of removed the gauge gain around because it gives this, if you notice it here, they took it out of crime hazard's tripod and they put it on Brave Slash. Right, and they also put it on overdrive. But the thing is, you use both Brave Slash and overdrive. So in overall gaining gauge for BT Zerker, I think it's just gotten a lot better. So for those of you guys, I think Saint was like doing all these researches for it, but it doesn't really change as much. But you should really ask him for the recent BT change. Mayhem, on the other hand, like no changes in Mayhem. So it feels like if this goes into the main server, what's going to happen is it's just going to be as it is, and overall Berserker is going to be like a really good pick for both classes. And whoever is playing Berserker, especially Mayhem, if you have been feeling that like dying very often, you're just gonna die less because they got a lot tankier. Now, Gunlancer, this says land skill has increased by 1.9 and normal skill has increased by 1.5. So the thing is, when these guys usually patch, it's on top of whatever that you get. So normal skill got increased by 1.5% more on top of whatever we got at the last PTR patch. And the land skill got another 1.9%. So we just got another additional, like a tiny bit of damage buff. Now, one thing that's important is this is a huge change. It's a huge change, but not huge at the same time. The changes here, the normal skill damage has been 25, 27.5, and 30%. So if you go level 3, you get 10% more. This is a big change. You can get this juicy stack by attacking the monster too, instead of getting hit. This was one of the biggest problems in Gunlancer. You have to get hit to get stronger. Remember this meme, chat? Remember this meme? So there's this meme where like the guy was like, Gunlancers will get stronger if you get hit, but you get gauge if you get hit. Gunlancers very strong if you get hit. There's gauge, goddammit. Good thing that you liked our Gunlancer patch, sir. That's what it was. That they just spammed that meme in the Korean forums for Gunlancer. If you play clown, you get stronger if you get hit, but you get this clown mayhem gauge and you transform into a clown and you're trolling and then you get gay kip. So that was the smojest thing. But now, if you hit the target with your skills or anything, you get these juicy stacks. The problem is it went from 12% to 6%. It's like a half down, but since it's easier to activate them, you're gonna have this maybe like 100% of the time for blue Gunlancer. And as for red, you might not have it like 100% because sometimes you don't really have the combat readiness on when you're using a skill for higher mobility. So PTR red Gunlancer, nothing changed. You still go level 1 combat readiness. It still gives you 6% damage increase, right? It's not bad. Blue, on the other hand, combat readiness 3, I think it's kind of viable due to this one as well. Because this one, if you're at level 3, you're getting 12% damage increase as a default and 30 at the same time. So this is actually a 17% damage increasing if you have it as level 3, right? If you guys are wondering, oh, do I have to go level 3? Do I have to go level 3? Do I have to go level 3? The thing is, if you go level 3, you have another advantage. The tankiness of level 3 combat readiness is huge. It's like it's 30% versus 50. Like basically you get full meter like every time. Here's my feedback. If this is the only thing that they're going to change, they're still missing a lot of stuff. For example, Gunlancer is not asking for damage. They're asking for playstyle change, as in the animation related, the bash setup. The choice of skills is being very linear. You can't be variable. You have to sacrifice a lot of things to switch. The QOL for combat readiness got changed, so it got a little better, but you know, it's got decreased a little bit. So basically this increase is to kind of balance out the loss of the stacks, that kind of stuff. I think Sharpshooter is smoj. I thought they were gonna change a lot more than this. They basically increased 5 seconds of generation to 10 seconds. This essentially means that if you land one skill, I think you do fill up all your identity gauge to full. Now that you can heal all of your meter with just one skill, it removes the playstyle of going back inside and going back out, that kind of stuff. So the double engraving, like all this stuff, is not gonna work because they did double engraving with spec due to fill up the hawk gauge faster. For Death Strike, you have to wait till the identity gauge to fill up and do the burst in 8 seconds and back and forth. You'll be throwing the hawk every time, the whole time. As for Loyal Companion, there's two versions. There's a Swiftness version and then there's a spec version. Specs efficiency for Loyal Companion is not as good as you think. And if you go Swiftness, you run out of mana the whole time. That's like the verdict here for the Korean forums when they were doing the research for it. But the Sharpshooter that you're playing right now is not viable anymore. You have to switch when the PTR change comes in. If you're planning to make a new Sharpshooter after the PTR change, that's fine because you're buying it, right? For people who are playing Sharpshooter right now, basically you have to spend the peons and the gold for not a better build, not a better style of play style, but just to play Sharpshooter in a different way that is not make your life any easier. So Sharpshooter is supposed to be lying down, but these guys are researching, and the reason why they're researching is, oh, see, it's coming now. People are thinking, now people are lying down after, you know, reviewing. We just got the update. That's why they didn't understand yet. So they research a little bit for a couple hours and they realize that it sucks and they lie down. Because in theory, this change sucks. Because it only changed 5 seconds to 10 seconds when there were a full list of different other things that you could have done. I really feel bad about these Sharpshooter players, including NA. My viewers, I do have a Sharpshooter viewers. When I ask them, it's like, why you play Sharpshooter? It's because they like Sharpshooter. Like, they don't play for they don't play for damage or such or whatever. They just like the play style. They like the bow, right? So they just have passion in the class, but the developers are fucking it up every time. That's the sad part. Now, Reaper. Although red skills, the damage increase of red skills is reverted. It's deleted now. But instead, on the Thirst engraving, what are you calling a swoop? Yeah, the swoop engraving, it increased by 4%. So basically they moved these stuff to over here. So Moon's damage got nerfed here. Thirst itself is keeping this increase in damage due to the engraving doing 4% more damage. But this is not the stuff that I am angry about. Check this out. This is the stuff I don't like. So check this out, chat. Check this out. Let me translate this for you. The purpose of this balance adjustment for Reaper was to improve Persona's lack of performance by improving Persona's convenience and increasing skill damage. This is what? This is the 10% increase in attack speed when going out of Persona mode. It just makes it go faster, right? And the people who been using that, they like it on the Moon because like Moon Reaper, it's kind of clunky and it's kind of slow. And considering she's slow, she just gets hit a couple of times and dies, right? Due to the improvement in convenience, the performance was somewhat excessive, so the previous skill damage increase was restored, and in the case of Thirst Reaper, the damage value was adjusted by increasing the imprint effect by the restored skill damage. So this is basic, so it kind of translated wrong because it's Google Translate, but this is basically what I said. This shit, they can figure it out themselves instead of making us do it on the test server. Does that make sense, chat? I don't think they know how to do Reaper rotation. Exactly. So my point is, these kind of changes show me that they don't even know what they're doing. Look, even they said it themselves in the developer comment. After the change of QOL, quality of life for Persona, it does too much damage. Well, did you guys actually test it out yourself? If they actually run the calculations and did the test, they would have knew that it did excessive. Why they do it after the test server's out and make the users test it out? Does that make sense? People who have the same thought process as me is talking on Inven, saying something like, man, are these guys like actually work? Are these bastards kidding people? in Google Translate, are these bastards kidding people? This is Smilegate, they said. They're working. This is Snipe live server before. This is Snipe change after. It changed a little bit, right? You see it? This one is Sharpshooter live, and this is change. What do you think changed? And this is Arrow Hill before, after. This is before, after on the Z skill. You can kind of see it. There's a little bit more swirls. Oh, so Albert, why did you show me this? The reason being is because they proudly said that they changed it here. All the stuff that I just showed you. The hell's going on, Small Game? Come on, man. You guys are better than this, dude. You guys are better than this, dude. I feel real, dude. I feel like an angry guy, but like dude, I love this game, man. Okay, so with that, this concludes the short PTR change. I hope you guys had fun listening to it. The whole summary, Smilegate. I think they could do better. It's going downhill, guys. It's going downhill. With that being said, this concludes the PTR review video. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.